Hey guys, what is up? Cody Carter coming at you once again. So I decided to do a little mini series, I guess, on the essentials of survival in any kind of bug out emergency situation. So as you can see here, I have 9 little circles right here to what I think is the most, most essential parts of survival. Your list may differ. I was going to make a list initially, but a lot of people have really differing opinions. So a lot of people are obsessed with guns. Guns are good, guns are great, but some people go overboard, especially with the ammo and the multiple guns in a bug out bag. And no, I've seen people carry 3-4 guns in a bug out bag and 10 pounds of ammo, and in a bug out situation, it's going to get really heavy really fast. And maybe in a more populated area that might be a good thing, but you really got to conserve the space and the weight, and you know the drill. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, if you can't tell by all my junk here, is water, which I think personally to me is one of if not the most important thing in a bug out situation. So first thing we're going to cover is this one. So the very first thing I have on my list, is gross filtration, which is actually really important. Let me actually pull these out. Gross filtration is the idea that if you come across a water source that has a lot of debris, a lot of muck, a lot of just crap in it, the first thing you're going to want to do is do a gross filtration, which can be done with something like this, a cloth, a shirt, anything you have that's porous, really, that you can run the water through. I also have these always stashed away in my bag, a nice little wraparound coffee filters. This is like $1, if that, or maybe 50 cents. There's 55 in here, so it's a pretty nice little deal. You can also, like I said, run it through a piece of cloth. Now the important thing is that the reason you do this, if you have a lot of junk in your water, when you go to use something like your little Sawyer Mini, or just drink it straight up, it's not going to be good. A lot of that stuff can make you sick and just do more harm than good in the end. So the first thing you're going to want to do is the gross filtration. Get whatever you can out of it first. This won't take very long at all. Be very easy, very quick. Do something like this. If you have your own little way of setting this up, this is just kind of a jerry-rig thing. Take this, like this, you see. Have your little, let me grab one of these, I guess. Where is it? Right here. Just grab something like this, any kind of container. Pour the water in. The water will sift all the big chunks out. And you have your little reservoir of cleaner water. Now, as for something, the next few steps are all kind of one step. They're all about what kind of method you want to take. Because gross filtration is first step, and then cleaning the water so it's safe to drink is the next step, and there's multiple ways to do it. One way I have right here, boiling. It's pretty self-explanatory. You get it to a nice rolling boil for a few minutes, kill any kind of bacteria, viruses that might be in the water. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to understand. I actually have this little, it's not very big, it's a little pot, hold about a cup of water, boom, goes right in the fire, blah, blah, blah. Pretty nice. I like it a lot. It works pretty good. Next one is actually microfiltration, which would be something like this. The Sawyer straw that I have can go on my water bottle. It can go on the, what is this? A little Sawyer. This is a little canteen that they give you. I'm not a huge fan of this because it doesn't have anything to attach to anything at all. But it's nice if you want to store, 16 ounces of liquid. But, like I said, you get your gross filtration, fill it up, no problem. Slap this on, you're ready to go. Another way you can do the gross filtration if you really had to hurry and you had no time to screw around with boiling or anything, and you wanted to use a microfiltration, do something like this, where you stick the coffee filter or cloth or anything right inside. So any kind of pulled water from the water source will get gross filtered right in your canteen. Put it down, screw this on, bang bang bong, you are good to go. So you got 16 ounces of drinkable water with the Sawyer or Life Straw or whatever you want to use. Now the next step, I'm getting these bandanas just everywhere, aren't I? The next step is iodine tablets. Very cheap, very lightweight, very compact. Obviously, as you can see, you have water purification, water neutralization. So this does the neutralization tablets in the yellow. It actually removes the iodine taste in the color. What this does is the actual iodine triglycerin hyperiodide. So this will purify your water. I think there is 2 tablets to 1 quart. Boom. Pretty simple. You know, say even if you find something with not a lot of muck in it, you want to fill your canteen really quick, fill it up, drop one of them in there, you're fine. You don't have to worry about it. If you don't have a lot of time and you're on the go, you got to move, go, go, go. Throw a couple of those in there, you're done. Move on with your life. So, the final thing I wanted to talk about, well, I guess the second to last thing I wanted to talk about is the thing a lot of preppers, I've seen a lot of videos, and I mean a lot of videos about prepping and about bug out bags and about survival situations, and I think one of the things that a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people overlook is storage of water. I've really only seen one person talk about this in a bug out situation. So that's why I have these here. I have this, which is a nice little, this is 1 liter right here. This is 16 ounces. It actually comes with the Sawyer kit. I like I said, I'm not in love with it, but it's something to store water. So, oh boy, nice. So what this is 1 liter. It has the reinforced, I don't know if you can see that nice little reinforced hole, and a nice little carabiner that came with it. This was less than $2. This is 1 full liter of water. Plus you can strap it on the outside of your bag. Done. You're done. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. How many times you can run across a water source? You don't know. So the most important thing, aside from clean water, is actually having water that you can at some point clean and drink and cook with and wash with. And there's obviously a million uses for water, which is why it's the first thing on here. A lot of people forget that you never know if you are legitimately in a bug out situation where every minute counts and every second counts and every step counts. You can go about 3 days without water, ish. And if you're in a bug out situation, every minute's going to count. And especially if you're hauling 20, 30, 40 pounds. Some people even take 50, which I think is overkill. But if you're carrying all this gear around and you're trying to get to a specific location, that 3 days is going to narrow very quickly. You're going to become way dehydrated. And if you don't have anything to store water, then you're kind of screwed. And I guess the last thing I want to talk about is something I've seen not a lot of people do. A lot of people talk about canteens. A lot of people talk about reusable steel canteens. The problem with that is you have to be really careful and find one that is actually hard and completely stainless steel. As anybody who knows anything about these steel canteens and about using them as actually a boiling device, this is obviously not a steel canteen, I'm not stupid. But anybody who knows anything about using a steel canteen as a water boiling object is a lot of them have a plastic lining. So it's the stainless steel. So pretend this is the canteen right here. This is my little pencil cup. So pretend this is the canteen, and on the inside is a super thin plastic lining. Okay, and what this lining is going to do, if you try to boil in it, it's going to melt. It's going to melt in your water. Not only is it going to contaminate the water that you have, but it's also going to render the entire thing pretty much useless. Which, you know, canteen's great, sturdy, but let me tell you, okay, I carry 2 of these in my bug out bag. one thing that I've seen a lot of people do is a lot of people don't take water at all. I've seen a lot of people, they'll take like one canteen, maybe two canteens, and I'm sure they'll fill them up before they go if they get a chance. These are sealed. These are good for, I think it's 2 years or 1 year, or where is it? I'm going to find it very quickly or I'm going to give up. Yeah, so this one is for 2 years. I just bought this, I think a week ago. So this is good till September of 2018. So I got about, a year and 11 months. So this is nice. It's sturdy. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to do anything. If I whip this on concrete, it's going to break. Or if I throw it up against the rock as hard as I can, it's going to break. But as for multi-use, it's not really there. But I think this is pretty nice. I have the mess kit. I have that to boil water in. I don't have to worry about it. So I don't need this to boil water in. Always remember to bring water is what I'm trying to get across here. I've seen people bring pouched water, which I guess if in an emergency situation or if you really needed it, pouch water would be a good thing to have. But the problem I have with pouch water is you cannot refill it. I mean, you can, but there's the obvious problem with storage. Look at this. This is plastic, super lightweight, with a screw top. This, plastic, lightweight, screw top. This, plastic, lightweight, screw top. So, the big problem, when you have pouched water, you might as well try to store water in this. You see what I'm saying? If you're ever in a situation where you're at a creek and you have a pouch, what are you going to do? You're going to do nothing. You're going to pull out your straw, you're going to drink from it, you're going to move on with your life. You can't take a pouch unless you want to waste some duct tape, throw it on there, make sure it's nice and sealed, and put that in your bag. And pray to God nothing squishes it. You might as well just store some water in this, hold it in your hand, move on with your life. I don't really like pouch water. I have my own little feelings about pouch water. But as far as water goes, there are other ways of getting good water. And as for home storage, anything like that, bleach and other methods, those are up to you. You can research those. These are just the multitude of ways I have in my bag to deal with it. That camera throws me off big time. So I have 2 1-liter bottles of water, reusable, refillable, sealable, one canteen, 16 ounce, 1 canteen, 1 liter. So I have the ability to store, about 3 liters and 16 ounces of water on me at all times. Which I like. I like the idea that if I ran into a water source, say I was completely out of water, I'm not going to want to leave and continue bugging out if I have no way to store water. Iodine tablets, micron filter, gross filtration, and boiling, they're all pretty great ways. If you guys know of any other ways than the ones I mentioned or ways that you like better, go ahead and throw a comment down there. And that's about it. So this is part 1 with water. I just wanted to throw it out there. I'm kind of having fun with this bug out bag survival situation type stuff. So I'm going to keep rolling with it for a little while. And that's about it. So I'll see you guys next time. Remember, it's your life. Live it.